Browns are playing the Bengals. It's the last week of the season. How much do the Bengals have to play for? How much do the Browns have to play for? I don't know. But sometimes in the NFL, these guys are professional athletes. And I think that's important to remember. They do have pride. And just because you don't have something to play for does not mean they're going out there and not trying. They might not be at their best, but that doesn't mean they're just going to go out there and half-ass it. Okay? The Browns had nothing to play for against the Steelers, and the Steelers had everything to play for, clinch the division, and obviously guarantee that spot in the playoffs. They had everything to play for. The Browns had nothing to play for. The Browns still won that game.
But the Browns had something to play for. They played for being a spoiler. That'd be the same thing.
Right.
But you're playing for something. Like, you hate the Steelers. You play them year in, year out. Here's an opportunity.
But that's a pride thing.
To knock them in the face.
But that's a pride thing. Like, the fact that you care about that enough to go out and have that kind of performance,
right.
To me, that's about pride, right? That's
pride and hatred.
These guys are professional athletes. A lot of they have ways of finding reasons to try hard, because even when you put all that aside of the season, a lot of them are still competing. They're trying to get contracts. They're trying to put film on tape. They're trying to get awards. There's different things for them to play for that go beyond.
Miles is playing for something.
Yeah.
Miles is playing for a record.
Yeah. And I would venture to say his teammates on the defensive line want him to get that record and are also pushing hard and trying to help him out there. I'm just saying, the defense did not look like a team that was interested in not trying. So we'll see what happens coming into this week. What do you expect to happen, though? Like, do you think that's going to continue?
Well, Chase Brown's been playing well, and I got to say, I think our run defense still didn't look great last week. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great.
Sure.
He's been playing well. I don't know if he's going to gouge us all in the run game. It might be a lot out of the backfield, too, just his style. But he's played pretty well at that, and I do get the feeling that Chase Brown will give us some issues. I don't know who's going to start for them, because Joe Burrow's had so many injuries, they might not play him in the last week.
What's the point? Yeah.
So it's like, it's a little hard. The last week is so hard to give any kind of prediction to. I'm guessing Fannon's not going to play just because it's last week of the year. He's had such a great year. He's coming off an injury. They're probably going to be like, if it's questionable at all, even the tiniest bit, they're probably going to be like, why even bother? Right? Like, it's not like you're trying to figure out who Fannon is. Right. We've all seen it.
That's what we said. It's going to be hard to evaluate Shedeur no matter what he does in this game, because the Bengals are making similar decisions with their team. Like, a lot of guys that are on the fence, they're like, just don't play. Yeah, just don't play. It won't be the same. It does make it difficult to evaluate or to predict what's going to happen. Not to say that
I do think Raheem Sanders is going to have a good game. Raheem Sanders has played solid, and then at the same time, he's going to have a lot to play for. Against a weak Bengals defense, I'm guessing he's going to have some big runs. They call him Rocket Sanders. Boom, boom.
There's one more angle to this, by the way.
Two Sanders in the backfield. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
The S to the power of 2. Sorry.
Actually, he's been interesting. I'm curious to see what he does in this game. But there's actually another angle to this.
He might be the backup next year.
In his last game of the season.
He might make the roster next year.
No, he really might.
He's actually played pretty well.
But separately, just depending on how this team feels about Kevin Stefanski, this might be we are trying to save our coach's job game for them.
It's like, do you lose the locker room in the last week?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they might go out there and push a little bit harder because they want, hey, look, they can at least go into the offseason saying, like, look, we won the last 2 games. Our roster is terrible. Or our roster is not terrible. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry. The offense is terrible. The offensive roster.
My hot take is, I think in the second half of the game, they should let Dylan play.
That is a hot take. I disagree, actually. I think there's no point. I don't think there's anything we're going to learn from it.
No. Not for you, for him. Because they've done this as a franchise. This has been part of their strategy, is to sometimes do things for players. They've done this with OBJ, for example. Mm-hmm. They've done this a few times where they'll be like, oh, well, we'll listen to you. We'll like try to do something nice for you on the way out. I think they should let him put up tape. I don't think there's much to gain from Shedeur either.
He didn't get tape in the 5 games he started?
He got some, but it was also, like, brutal. Also, like, the offensive line was falling apart. They've done a lot better the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Do you think some of that has to do with Shedeur Sanders' like pocket management and ability to escape?
No, not really.
Because I do feel like he has made the offensive line look a little better on occasion.
Maybe at times,
he's done a decent job.
There were way too many plays when Dylan was in there where he did not even get a count of 3. Like, it was not 1, 2, and then done. Like, with Shedeur, I've consistently seen 1, 2, 3, and then maybe. But that 1 extra second in the NFL is a huge deal. Number 2, every time they played a bad defense, it was like bad weather.
Do you think they will? Do you think they will?
The defense would do really well. And I don't think he'd do amazing, but I think he deserves just like a little bit of time. It'd be nice to go play a bad defense on a day and just have a little bit of a breather.
Do you think they will do that, or is that just what you'd like to see?
No, I don't think they will.
Okay.
I think it would be a good thing to do as a franchise. And secondly, if you do think about trading him, having a nice showing in your last bit might give him a touch of value. I'm not saying he'll suddenly go for a 3rd-round pick, but if you're trying to get a 6th-round pick out of him, it could maybe help.
Perhaps, yeah.
Whereas I don't think the extra half from Shedeur is going to really help you that much.
Sure. Do you have a score prediction?
Yeah. Oh, man.
For me, I actually think
this game, that's basically impossible in
I
this
think
game.
the Browns are going to win this game because I think the Bengals locker room is just a completely different situation. The Bengals know that injuries screwed them this season. The Bengals know that, like, I think the Bengals have a feeling in the locker room that next year they're going to be better, next year will be fine. I think they just want to be over with the season. Again, they're professionals. I'm sure they're going to try. I'm sure they're going to try to win this game. But I think the Browns, that defense is dominant. And they do have something to play for. Again, beyond just having some pride and whatever. Like, Myles Garrett's trying to break a record. He is going to, and this is his last chance to do it, he is going to do everything he can. And even if he doesn't get those sacks, as you saw against the Steelers, even though he didn't get the sack, they were double and triple teaming him. The whole game plan basically revolved around playing away from Myles Garrett because they were so terrified of his ability to beat his man.
Don't forget, though, the Steelers were missing DK Metcalf.
Sure. I'm just saying, like, I'm expecting that to happen against the Bengals. I think the Browns defense is going to dominate the Bengals. I think the Browns are going to win this game. I'm trying to think the exact scoreline, but I think the Browns are going to win this game 19-10.
I think that we got a bit of a break, but the defense did not look good the previous couple of weeks. I think, no, look, they might come in there and say, guess what? Guess who's not playing? Chase and Higgins. And then, my prediction's up in the air, so take it with a grain of salt.
I think there will be somebody who doesn't play.
But assuming for a minute that Chase and Higgins play, I think they do give us problems. I think Chase Brown then has the ability to keep giving us problems because of Chase and Higgins. And then
they didn't get that many yards when they played the Browns last.
No.
Just worth noting.
It's worth noting. It's a possibility. I'm putting on my prediction. I also don't think the Browns are going to try as hard. I think Myles Garrett will as an individual, but I don't think it's the same thing. And then I think they'll have some big plays on offense. I think they'll get more than 10 points. The Bengals defense is terrible. But at the same time, I still see Shore making a few mistakes. Like, he can't help himself. He makes a few mistakes every week. And so I see them winning like 34-31.
The Browns.
No, the Bengals.
Oh, so you think it's going to be a high-scoring game?
I think
it's going to be low-scoring because I just don't think there's enough talent on the Browns' offense, and I just think that the Bengals are probably going to sit somebody, and the defense from the Browns.
And that might be like that's the part that's like very
and I also think the Browns' defense is going to play well, though. So that's another factor to that.
Okay.